So a lazy eye can mean different things to different people. There are some people talk about a lazy eye, and what they're referring to is an eye with an eye turn. Remember, we talked about eyes being emmetropic, eyes being nearsighted, farsighted. What can sometimes happen is people can be born with different prescriptions in each eye. And so you could potentially have one eye that sees perfectly far away and up close, and another eye that is highly farsighted. A baby and a small child needs to be presented with clear images to each eye. So if we imagine a child is born with one eye that's emmetropic, it sees perfectly, and the other eye requires several units of focusing power in order to see anything, that eye that requires focusing power is never going to receive the clear images that would be necessary for full visual development. And then what happens is that child turns 3 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old. Finally, they come into an eye doctor's office at age 7, and we find, you know what? What this kid needs is a +4 lens. But you know what? Even when we put that perfect lens in front of their eye, that +4 lens, or whatever it may be, a +6 lens, and it's bringing light into perfect focus on their retina, they're still not seeing clearly because the visual development did not occur properly when they were a baby or 1 or 2 years old. And that's why it's important to get eye exams for children at a very young age. There are things that your pediatrician isn't going to pick up. They're not trained to pick up that kind of thing. And that type of problem which you just described there, a lazy eye, is preventable if it's diagnosed early. You know, if that kid comes into my office not when they're 7 or 8 years old, but when they're 1.5 years, 2 years old, and I can, even though they obviously a 1-year-old isn't going to know their letters, they're not going to be able to say better one, better two. But just by shining a light in the back of a person's eyes, we can get a ballpark assessment of what their refractive error is, and I can know if a baby would benefit from some kind of visual correction. And so lazy eye is something that can be prevented.